Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Bertram Field for Northeastern Conference football. Second Lynn team in a row, Salem, following English into Bertram Field, taking on the Salem Witches. And Salem will kick it off, and they kick it out of bounds. It's a big game for both teams. Both teams are 3-3. This is the last game before the playoffs. And a win, and you still have to keep your fingers crossed and take a couple of deep breaths, hoping you get in. A little different seeing Classical in all white as opposed to the normal green. So Salem kick off again, this time from the 35. At the 26-yard line. That's Bono with the return, and they're going to get great field position out near midfield. So having them kick them again was a good idea. They put it down at the Classical 48, and that's where the Rams will put it in play. They come out right away. 3 wideouts to the near side. 1 to the far side. Ridley with the keep. Gets down to the Salem 41. One play, 1 first down, 11 yards. First and 10 from the Salem 41. Salem gave up a big first period to English last week and fell behind and couldn't come back. They don't want to fall behind quickly here against Classical. They double the wideouts to either side. The quick out is caught. Chase Bono with the catch. $12 yards in the first down. Quick out to Butler. Slips the tackle and gets bumped out of bounds. That ends the streak of 1 play, 1 first down. They picked up 3. They look like they're going to lose 3. From the 26. 2nd and 7. Ridley looking. Lets it fly long and deep, looking for the end zone, incomplete. He was looking for Aiden Dow. So 3rd and 7 for the Rams. Opening possession of the ball game here at Bertram Field. They give it to Tucker. Straight ahead. Steps aside of one defender at the end. He was going to go straight to the goalpost. Had to make one little cut, and he goes in from 26 yards. So just like that, Classical goes 52 yards in 5 plays. Tucker picks up 26. And they'll look for 2. Ridley by himself in the backfield. Motion now to the far side. Ridley started to run forward and lost the football. He took like 1 step like he was going to run straight to the goalpost looking for the 2-point conversion. And just forgot the football. It fell behind him. So, second week in a row, Salem gives up a touchdown in the opening drive. They made it look easy. $37 on the ground, 15 in the air, 3 first downs. And just like that, it's 6-0, and Glasgow will kick it off. Still hard to get used to Classical in all white. Butler kicks it off, rolls around, and they're going to fall on it, the 27-yard line. Jeffrey Holloway. He was rolling around, didn't want to try and pick it up, just fell on it. And they put it at the Salem 27, it'll be 1st and 10 from there. Nate Minaya is the quarterback. They'll have different running backs, Baez or Fury. Karambi. That was Karambi getting to the 31. We picked up 4, it'll be 2nd down and 6. Salem will run the ball virtually 80% of the time. They don't throw the ball hardly at all. They have a wideout, but he very seldom sees the ball. They fake it to a Fury. Just as they say that, they're going to try and throw it, but they get run over. Bono just slammed down the quarterback. Back at the 22, they lost 9. Last week against English, they had minus 24 yards rushing in the first period when English scored 27 points. They just weren't able to run the ball at all against the Bulldogs. And now, the first time they quarterback looking to either run or throw, he gets buried for a 9-yard loss. Third and 15. Lets it fly long and deep. What a nice catch. What a tremendous catch. Devin Tolbert just took that away from the defender right along the sideline, stayed in bounds, and gets into Classical territory. "31 yards and a first down." So they overcome the 9-yard loss. And a team that doesn't throw the ball that much gets 31 and a first down. And they're into Classical territory right away. This is O'Fury with the carry. Gets it down near the 40. They're going to put it at the 40, so he picked up 7. Second down and 3 for the Witches. They keep everybody in tight now, full house backfield. Lost the football, but it was caught. Matthew Noonan saved the day for Salem. O'Fury had it, popped loose, and it was Noonan recovering it. Now we got a discussion. We got a personal foul, face mask against Classical. They mark it down to the 24 for a first down. So they gave him a yard on the play, and then they give him 15 on the penalty. And Salem has got a pretty good drive going from their 27. This will be the 6th play of the drive. They trail 6-0, but they've got it 1st and 10 at the Classical 24. Again, they keep everybody in tight. They give it to O'Fury off the left side, not going anywhere. He's going to lose yards, I think. And there's another flag on the play. He lost to the 26. They're talking to Coach Brian Vaughn. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Classical. So Sam's going to be knocking on the door. They go half the distance to the 13. They've got 3 first downs on this drive, 2 of them by penalty. The other one was the big pass that got them out of a 3rd and long. Now they go double wing. O'Fury in the backfield. Now nobody in the backfield. Coming to the near side, getting hit. Dobr's not going anywhere. Cameron Green was the first guy to hit him. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10. Opening drive for Salem, they saw Classical go 52 yards in 5 plays. Tucker went 26 for the touchdown. They're trying to do the same. This will be the 8th play of this drive. They got the wide out, way out to the far side. They give it to O'Fury off the left side. And he gets 4 or 5. They put it at the 8, so he picked up 5. 3rd and 5 for the Witches. The wideout comes to the near side. Everybody else in tight. Minaya with the keep. He's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. He lost a yard to the 9. So a big 4th down coming up. 4th and 6. The ball at the 9-yard line. They've used up a lot of this first period. The wideout again comes to the near side. Salem's going to take a 30-second timeout. 10th play of the drive coming up, and it's the biggest play of the drive. 4th and 6 from the 9-yard line. Trying to do what Classical did on their open drive, go down and score. Classical missed the conversion. So Salem with a score and a conversion could take the lead. They're trying to get a split against the Lynn teams. They were very soundly beaten by English last week. And they're trying to recoup. As I mentioned, both teams trying to go 4-3 with an outside shot of getting into the playoffs. The wideout now goes to the far side. Rolling, looking to throw. They dump it out and they couldn't hold on. Garambi was there. Might have been at least get a first down, maybe a touchdown. And they just threw the ball beyond his reach. So that long drive, 10 plays from their 27, ends at the Classical 9. And Classical's offense will get the ball for the second time in the period. They were helped out by those 2 big penalties against Classical. 3 wideouts to the far side, 1 to the near side. Ridley fires it downfield in the middle of the field, and the receiver stayed to the outside. The ball got thrown down the middle. It's incomplete. Second and 10 from the 9. Quick out, incomplete. Well, Classical's going to have to kick it away. Salem should get very good field position without a run back. And it takes a good Salem bounce. They're going to be inside the Classical 40-yard line. They're putting it to 37. Only a 23-yard punt. And Salem was right back at it. And now it's going to be Jeffrey Holloway as the quarterback. Two wideouts to the near side. And they try to run it to the near side, and they ran right into Chauncey Williams and Terrence McGaughy. They lost 4 yards. Running the ball is Salem's bread and butter. But they didn't do it well last week, and right now they're not doing it well here. Again, two wideouts to the near side. Motion now. They give it to the motion man. Turn the corner. Dalbert gets bumped out of bounds. They put it at the 35, so he picked up 6. I would bet that they're in 4-down territory here. It's going to be 3rd and 8. Coming to the near side, getting ahead of steam. They push him forward. He needed the 27. Didn't quite get there, O'Fury. Well, it's going to make a little easier 4th down. And that's probably the last play of the period. So a pretty quick first period. Salem only had 7 yards rushing. They had that big 31-yard pass play and then 2 big 15-yarders against Classical. That got them down deep, but they came up short at the 9-yard line. They've got the ball back. And it's going to be another 4th down coming up for Salem. Well, Fury picked up 4 on that play. Actually picked up 6. So they're going to need a couple. They need the 27-yard line. So they were down here before, 4th down at the 9. They came up short. Now they got 4th down and 2 at the 29. They fill the backfield, the wing to the far side. They run straight ahead for the 1st down. And they pile up. And that's Garambi picking up the 1st down. Getting it down to the 23. So he picked up 6. O'Fury off the right side. Trying to get a yard. It piled up quickly. They give me a yard to the 22. It'll be 2nd down and 9 for the Witches. They went from Manaya at quarterback to now Holloway. Now they fill the backfield again with a wing to the far side. Running to the near side, getting ahead of steam up, breaking tackles, getting awful close to the goal line. Karambi carrying people with him. First and goal for the Witches. The ball is at the 1. 21-yard pickup by Nagambi. They wrap him up and knock him down. Sequeira was the first one to hit him. No gain on the play. Second and goal from the 1. Trying to tie it up, possibly go ahead. Salem has it second and goal from the 1. Flag on the play, that's going to be against Salem. Somebody got a quick start. Somebody on the right side got a quick start and they were running to the left side. So they'll move him back to the 6. Second and goal from there. It's taking a little bit of time. Hit and dropped in the backfield. They're going to wind up losing yardage. They put it back at the 8. They lost 2. So they had it first and goal at the 1. It's now third and goal from the 8. And this is a team that does not like to throw the football. They send the wide out to the far side. Now they send wide outs all over the place. Motion. They give it to the motion man. What a great defensive play. Bono just broke into the backfield, almost like he knew what the play was coming. He was in the backfield. Nobody touched him. All the way back to the 15. They lose 7. Now it's fourth and goal from the 15. Outstanding defensive play by Chase Bono. I have to keep remembering to say Chase because Chance Bono plays for Tech. But what a great play. Nobody touched him. He broke in, and Talbot had no chance to get away. He just picked him up and slammed him down for a big 7-yard loss. You know, I was just about to say we might see Salem take a timeout. And I look, and Salem was calling a 30-second timeout. And it's Minaya back in the quarterback now. Alternating the senior Minaya and the junior Holloway. So the defense for Glasgow coming up big. First and goal at the 1. They shut him down in the first play. Penalty pushed him back. They've lost 9 on the next 2 plays. That was after Garambi, big 21-yard scamper, got them down to the 1. And now they need a big play here. They send 2 wideouts to the near side. O'Fury in the backfield with Manaya. They have to score. Manaya's in trouble. He wanted to come to the near side. Picked off by Classical. I'm not sure. Now I see why they're running it back, because they're going to get better field position than if they knocked it down. That play was supposed to come to the near side. They flushed him out, forced him to go to the far side. And by the time he went out of bounds, he was in the middle of the Classical bench and the Classical players. I never did get to see who picked it. So the ball will be at the 25. So they wind up picking up 10 yards that they wouldn't have got if he knocked it down. Tucker running it straight ahead. Gets to the 29 for 4. They give it to him again. He gets stood up after a yard. Third and 5 for the Rams from their own 30. 3 wideouts to the near side. Tucker in the backfield. They give it to Tucker again. He's going to get the first down. I think Salem was thinking pass. And that wasn't Tucker, that was Bono. He's doing it on both sides of the ball. Out to the 37. He picked up 7. And a first down. So they'll move the chains. Hold on to the football. Ridley with all kinds of time. Let's go long and deep. It's caught by Butler. Took it away from the defender. And all of a sudden they're inside the 10-yard line. They're at the 7. 56 yards and a first down. Ridley threw it up. Butler made the nice catch. And Classical's knocking on the door. Ridley with the keep. Did he get in? Yes, he did. He goes in from the 7. So it looked like Salem was going to tie it up. First and goal at the 1. Classical shuts them down. Ridley goes to Butler for 56. Then Ridley runs it in from 7 yards. 75 yards in 5 plays. Tucker goes in for the conversion. So 75 yards in 5 plays. And when it looked like Salem might score and tie it up or take the lead, it winds up with Classical. Helped out by a big 56-yard pass from Ridley to Butler. And they go in, they make it 14-0. Glasgow goes over 100 yards. They're 132. Butler kicks it off. A little short bounce. And falling on it was Jaco Pena. Salem will get pretty good field position. They'll have it at their 44.
At the Salem 44-yard line, where the Witches will have it first and 10.
From the 44, it'll be first and 10 for the Witches. Motion coming to the near side. Mania with the keep. Finds a hole. Nice job by the quarterback. Gets it in the Glasgow territory.
Quarterback keeper by number 1, Mania.
And it looks like it's coming back. Holding against Salem. So a nice job by Mania was going to be negated. So instead of first down in Glasgow territory, it's going to be first and 20 from their own 34. I don't know how much wins it took out of the sails of Salem, having it first and goal at the 1 and not scoring, and making it worse. Glasgow getting a big play and then Ridley running it in for a touchdown. Two wideouts to the near side for the Witches. Mania looking to throw, can't get it off. He's going to get buried in the backfield. To Nick Mania and his family, we hope he's going to be okay. They took him out on a stretcher. It's hard to get back to football. At times like this that you realize it's a game. And you like to win, and you like to see the kids play and do well, and you like to see them win. But more importantly, you like to see them healthy. There aren't many on these two teams that are going to go to the NFL or even play major college. There'll be some probably, but not all. And now you realize that it is a game. And I'm getting word that they may be shutting it down right here and coming back and finishing up the rest of the second period. Well, I guess not. They're going to continue. So from the 25-yard line. It's second down and 29. They had a 10-yard penalty and now a 9-yard loss. Hard to ask these kids to get back to football when they see a teammate and a competitor go down. They roll out, incomplete. The ball's a little bit to the inside, and Pena was looking more to the outside on the pass from Holloway. So third and 29. Just over 2 minutes left in this second period. Glasgow leading it 14-0, getting a touchdown in each period. Scoring on their opening drive in each period. They dump it off incomplete. And again, he had to get rid of it very quickly. The receiver was breaking across the middle. As he broke to the near sideline, the ball was thrown right to the middle. They were lucky to get that one back. Salem will have to kick it away. So Glasgow should get pretty good field position here. With a run back, it could be even better. And now we got, I think, timeout. I think it was Glasgow. Glasgow wanted to change up. Now they're set. Salem will kick it away. The kick is away, and it takes a bit of a Salem bounce. Let's see where they put it out. They're going to put it out, I think, at the Glasgow 45. So Sam at least got out of their territory. 30-yard punt, no return. Glasgow, they always do, come right up to the line of scrimmage. They don't take any time at all. 3 wideouts to the near side, 1 to the far side. Ridley caught by Shaquera, slips a tackle, almost slips another one, finally gets knocked down in Salem territory. They didn't give him the first down. So Salem 47, 8 yards. And a 2nd and 2. Ridley looking. Lets it fly long and deep, and too long and too deep, looking for Butler. Down to just over a minute left. Glasgow has some timeouts. And got some big weapons throwing the ball. 3 wideouts go to the far side this time. They need 2. Tucker will get that and a lot more. Down to about the 21-yard line, maybe the 20. And we got another Salem player down. "27 yards picked up." He's got 63 yards rushing. In a matter of just a couple of minutes, we have another Salem player down. We've already had one escorted out on a stretcher. Hopefully for precautionary measures and not for anything more serious than that. And let's hope that's all it is. Glasgow's knocking on the door again, trying to extend that 14-0 lead here at halftime in the closing moments. And you really start to think about again, it's a game. And the Glasgow kids obviously saying, "There but for the grace of God go I." And the Salem kids are saying, yet again for one of our teammates, down and in difficult straits. And you say, is it worth? It's a football game. It's not life. I mentioned before, a lot of these kids are not going to go on to play major college, certainly not NFL. Obviously some will, but most won't. And then you look and say, most of the time you say, is it worth it? And you got parents and relatives, loved ones, and friends up in the stands holding their breath. Classical took the opening kickoff and went 52 yards in 5 plays. A run by Ridley, a couple of passes to Bono and Butler. Got him down to the 26 of Salem. And then Tucker took it 26 yards for the touchdown. Salem looked like they were going to right back in. They drove down with a couple of penalties. They got to the 9-yard line. And it was 4th and 6 from the 9. Pass was incomplete. Classical got the ball back. They weren't able to do anything. They kicked it away. It only went out to the 37-yard line. As now we see the ambulance coming in, and you hate to see that. They're going to take another player off. What a horrible night for the Witches. And now what they're going to do is they're going to end it right here and now, this half. And they're going to come out and tack on, play the final minute or so of this second half, I believe, with Classical leading it 14-0 after 2 Salem players are carted off. They're going to send the 2 teams to the locker room, and they'll come back and figure out what they're going to do when they start the second half. They might just forget the last minute. So I imagine the 2 teams having something to think about in the locker room. They're going to finish the first half. The quick out to Rucker. And there's Tucker running it in. "16 seconds left in the half." Now, we'll be Classical kicking off anyway. I don't know if they're going to finish the 16 seconds and then have Classical kick it off again. Or they're just adding it on to the second period. Tucker went in from the 13 after Rucker picked up 7 on the pass. And Butler will kick it off. I'm waiting to see how this all pans out. deflecting off Salem. They pick it up, and they're going to get drilled and knocked down. To the Salem 22. I've never had this before. Salem is going to run a play. This period will be over, and then I'm assuming they'll turn around and Glasgow will kick it off again. There's a flag at the end of the play. I'm not sure the officials know what to do either. That's the end of the period. They get out to the 25, but there's a flag laying on the field. And I think what's going to happen now is Klaus is going to kick it off to Salem to start the third period.
That'll be the last play of the quarter.
Strange turn of events. Unfortunately, it happened. And please God, let those two young men be okay. So now we will legitimately start the second half. This is why a long time ago I stopped saying I've seen it all. Because every time I say that, something happens. That's a little pooch kick at the 35-yard line. And they out to about the 38. Salem will have it at their 38. Salem ran for 25 and had one completion for 31 for 56 yards. They picked up 6 first downs. 2 of them were penalties against Glasgow. Glasgow had 101 rushing, 86 passing, 7 first downs. Tucker had 76 yards rushing. And they try to run off their left side, the Glasgow right side, and there's just too many white shirts there. They lose 2. Second and 12 for the Witches from the 36, their own 36. Motion coming. They drop the snap and they're going to get buried in the backfield. That play blew up from the beginning. Christopher Doherty is the new quarterback. They lost 9 more.
It'll bring up 3rd and long for the Witches at their own 27-yard line.
3rd and 21 for a team that doesn't like to throw the ball. And the snap goes awry again. They're going to get buried inside the 10. They put it at the 11. They lost 16 more. So 3 straight plays. They went from plus 25 to minus 2 in the rushing column. And the kick is going to go away, and Classical is going to get great field position. Again, the snap. They were lucky to get the kick away. Fair catch called for and made by Bono. That was almost a disaster again for Salem. The snap, 3rd straight play, the snap went awry. The punter did a great job of getting it and getting the punt off. Classical has great field position at the Salem 40-yard line. Quick out to Butler. Let's see where they put the ball. At the 37, they gave him 3. This is Best with his first carry. Inside the 30. Nice to see him back. He got hurt in the Revere game. He picked up 8. They could have used him. And they lost the game that they lost in the last 8 seconds. 2 horrific losses by Classical. And if they wind up 4-3 and don't get in, they're going to look at those 2 games and really be tremendously upset. Ridley's in trouble, shakes away, and throws it incomplete as he gets knocked down. Did a good job not to lose anything on that play. Second and 10 from the Salem 29. They give it to the motion man, Butler. Starting to come to the near side, turns to go to the far side, and is going to turn nothing into a lot of something. He's going to pick up a first down. That play was supposed to come to the near side. It got clogged with his speed. He broke it back to the other side and got it inside the 20 to the 17. He picked up 12 and a first down. Good job by wide receiver Nashawn Butler. Looking in the end zone, Butler makes the catch. So he set it up with a run. Now he ends it with a catch. Best runs it in. Not quite halfway through this third period. Glasgow's kind of put this one on ice. Glasgow goes over 200 yards on the drive. Almost equal, 121 rushing, 106 passing, while holding Salem to 29 yards halfway through this third period. A bizarre football game. It slips by. They almost lost the ball. Now they're going to get drilled and knocked down. It was bouncing around. They went down to get it. It went right through the wickets. They had touched it, so the ball was alive. They're lucky they got the ball back, and they're going to be stuck at their 20-yard line. And you have to be thinking, these Salem kids are wondering, what am I doing out here? My two teammates have been taken to the hospital. The last thing I'm thinking about is trying to win this football game. First and 10 from the 20. He sends two wideouts to the near side. They try to run it to the near side, and they don't get back to the line of scrimmage. They lose two. Second and 12. And we got a timeout called by Salem. I was just about to say, they're probably telling everybody run the clock. Salem had a very tough time against English last week. They were blown out of Bertram Field. Now they're being shut out here, and added to their woes are the fact that one of their players was taken out on a stretcher. The other one was taken out in an ambulance. So the Salem kids have a lot more to worry about than Glasgow's offense and defense, and their own offense and defense for that matter. $30-0, Glasgow. In a bizarre game, they ended it with just over a minute left in the half to send the teams to the locker room. They come out and they finished up the last minute and 15 seconds. Glasgow wound up scoring. Salem ran one play and they ended the period. Glasgow kicked off to start the third period. First time I've ever seen that. As I mentioned before, I stopped saying I've seen it all. Something very unique usually happens after I say that. Well, Fury might have got back to the line of scrimmage. They might be charitable and give him a yard to the 19.
Salem carry number 4, Chris Karambi. Tackle made on the play by Lynn Klausman, number 16, Nick Medeiros, and number 31, Alvaro Guerrero.
So they gave him a yard to the 19-yard line. And it's going to be 3rd and 11. Third and 11 from the 19. They give it to the motion man coming to the near side. Flag on the play. Down the sideline. Bono throws him out of bounds at the 40-yard line. It could be a first down, depending where the penalty is. Now we got another flag. Somebody on the sideline said something. So the penalty was refused. It was against Glasgow. Talbot got to the 40-yard line. And now I don't know if it was the coach or a player or somebody on the sideline said something. And you can understand that they would be totally frustrated. So it's going to be a first down. So they're going to give Tolbert to the 40. He needed 19, he got 21. And then Salem, I don't know why they were yelling, screaming, hollering if they got to play their way. They get penalized to the 25. It'll be 1st and 10 from there. So it just keeps getting weirder and weirder. They bobble the snap, and they're going to get hit in the backfield. Doherty having problems. Loses 4. Second and 14.
Bring up 2nd and 14 for the Witches at their own 21-yard line.
Wideout goes to the far side. He might as well just stay on the Glasgow sideline. And here's the snap going awry again. This is incredible. Back to the 11. Third and 24. Let's see what they do here. They bobble the snap again. It looked like they had side by side the running back and quarterback, and it was coming to the quarterback. The running back reached in and tried to take it away. And then I think there's a penalty coming up against Classical. Unsportsmanlike against Classical.
Gonna have unsportsmanlike against Lake Classical.
They move it out to the 20-yard line, so they lost to the 5. So it'll bring up 4th down.
Give the Witches 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Now they're calling it 1st down. The line of scrimmage was the 25 to begin with. I don't know how that became a 1st down. They had to get to the 35 for a 1st down. It was 3rd and 24. They bobbled the snap. They were going to kick from the end zone. I know it's an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, but it shouldn't have been a 1st down. I don't know how that worked. They had to get to the 35 for 1st down. The penalty took them out to the 20. They were 15 yards shy of a 1st down. And they gave them a 1st down. That's their 3rd coming by way of penalty. I have no idea how that works.
Bring up 2nd and 7 for the Witches at their own 23-yard line.
Well, they lost 20 yards in 3 plays, and a 15-yard penalty gave them a 1st down. Oh, Fury hit in the backfield. And that's going to be it for the period. So we're finally going to get into the 4th period. They lost 4 more in that play.
That'll be the last play of the 3rd quarter. Where you score Lake Classical.
So they're minus 3 rushing so far. 1 pass for 31. 8 1st downs, 4 of them by penalty. Classical had 1 possession. And that came at the end of the 2nd period that they continued, scoring a touchdown.
Tonight's game, when they get in the stands, any trash you do have, you can put it in the trash barrels and leave. Would be greatly appreciated.
And Salem will have 3rd and 11. With 11 minutes of football left. And if they're charitable, they'll just run the clock and let Salem get out of here, because this one was over a long time ago.
Start of the 4th quarter. Witches will have it 3rd and 11 at their own 19-yard line.
Nagambi is going to lose yardage.
Salem coming up
They bobble the snap. They just get the kickoff. Takes a pretty good Salem bounce. And they're going to out to the Salem 39. Salem has 25 yards of offense. Haskell has it at the 39-yard line. I think Klaus is going to pick up illegal substitution, illegal participation. He'll move it back to the 44. So it'll be 1st and 15. They had 12 guys on the field and one ran off. They didn't huddle, so they wasn't in the huddle. Now they blow the whistle again. Haskell's going to be penalized again. So 1st and 20 for the Rams. Best is going to get a yard at best. Second and half a mile. Ridley with the keep. And it's not Ridley. Danny Gisono is now the quarterback. He gets to the 40. Pickup of 8. Picks up, they get back almost both penalties. It's now 3rd and 11. They drop the snap, and Salem's got the football, I think. Jaco Pena gets up off the bottom of the pile. Salem will have it at their 44. Running out the string here in the 4th period. Salem's going to drop to 3 and 4. Klaus is going to go to 4 and 3 and hold their breath to see if they get a berth in the playoffs. O'Fury with the carry. Gets a couple to the 46. Ethan Garcia is the new quarterback. The 4th that Salem has used. The other 2 hopefully are okay. They get carted out of here, but hopefully they're going to be all right. Running off the right side, not getting much. They're going to give him a yard to the 47. It's going to be 3rd and 7. I wouldn't think that Salem would punt here, but they might if they don't pick it up here. So Lynn is going to get a sweep here at Bertrand Field. English last week, classical this week. And they dropped the ball. It's picked up by a lineman. A lineman's dream. Hernandez picked it up after they tried to hand it off to Coffey. They dropped the ball. They lost 4.
They'll bring up 4th and 11 for the Witches at their own 43-yard line.
Salem is going to kick it away. Snap is good this time. They get the kick away. At the 26-yard line. Butler down the near side, gets a couple of blocks. He's gone. 74 yards. So he's caught 4 passes for 78. Now he caught that on the fly at the 26 and returns it 74 yards for the touchdown. And just like that, it's 36-0. And Clemson's going to try and kick the point. Kyle Durant has it partially blocked. It hit the goalpost, and it's no good. Just at the halfway mark of this 4th period, Glasgow has put this one away. As I mentioned before, they'll go to 4 and 3, and Coach Brian Vaughn will hold his breath. And you can think about the way the season is going. Revere kicking a field goal with 42 seconds left to tie it, kicking a field goal to win it in overtime. Gloucester driving and scoring with 8 seconds left to beat Glasgow. So instead of looking to go 6 and 1, they're trying hard to go 4 and 3, although they're going to go 4 and 3. And now it's all up to the numbers. Did you get enough wins? Did the teams you beat get enough points? It's a convoluted system that needs probably an overhaul. And I'm sure you're going to see instances this year where, as was last year, teams will go 0 and 7 and make the playoffs. They're going to get shy of the 30-yard line. I'm sure the Salem fans and the Salem team and the coaches are saying, run the clock and get us out of here. We want to find out what happened to our teammates. At the Salem 28 is where they'll put it in play. They've completed 1 pass the entire day and almost helped them get a touchdown. Running straight ahead, getting across the 40-yard line, that might put them on the plus side of rushing. They're on the minus side. Out to the 41. He picked up 13. That puts him at 6+ rushing. Fury breaks another tackle, gets out to about the 49. Haskell has all backups in the game. 2nd and 2. The only thing the Witches would like to do is, as they did last week, get a couple of late touchdowns to get on the board and avoid the shutout. 2nd and 2. They're a young team. They hit him in the backfield. Good penetration. Nagambi had the ball, and as he took the handoff, he was getting hit. I'll call it a loss of 1. It'll be 3rd and 3. Hall's just shy of the 48-yard line. I actually need 3 yards and about a foot. Again, the wideout goes to the far side. They haven't even looked at him except once. And it really wasn't a wideout. It was somebody coming out of the backfield. They dropped the ball. They handed it off. The runner kept going, thinking, that's not my call. The ball went to the ground. And it's going to be Classical's football. You wouldn't think Classical would do anything here except run the ball in the final 2 minutes. Gisono, the quarterback. Galizzi in the backfield gets the carry. Turns the corner, down the sideline, gets a first down and a lot more. And they just run the clock continually. $20 yards on the carry by Galizzi. And we got 1 or 2 more plays. We'll be out of here. Gisono with the keep. Gets inside the 20. Glasgow really doesn't have to run another play. They got to the 18 for a pickup of 7. Well, we're just standing around. And that's going to do it. That's going to end the game. So our thoughts and our prayers go out to those 2 young men from Salem. We hope they're going to be okay. Glasgow went 52 yards in 5 plays. Tucker went 26. They went 75 in 5. Ridley went 7. They went 58 in 5. Tucker going 13. They went 40 in 5. Ridley to Butler for the touchdown. And then Butler, 74 yards with the kick return. Butler had 4 catches for 78 yards and 2 touchdowns. Tucker had a couple of touchdowns. He ran for 76. Ridley passed for 106. The defense held Salem to 41 yards, 10 rushing, 1 pass for 31, 9 first downs. Classical will go to 4 and 3, and they'll hold their breath wondering if they'll get in the tournament or will they have to play 3 meaningless games leading up to Thanksgiving. So hopefully we'll say a prayer for Brian Vaughn and hope he gets in, and say a couple of prayers for the Salem kids, hoping they're going to be okay after being carried out. So 36-0, Classical over Salem. They make it a clean sweep for the Lynn teams at Bertram Field. 36-0, Classical, they go to 4-3. Salem virtually out of the playoffs now. They go to 3-4. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.